welcome to the 11th of December. So, came back from the gym. My hair is still curly, look at this. From yes, it really holds its curl well, but nightmare to comb through. I have one of those afro combs that I use when I curl my hair. When I used to have a perm years and years and years ago, I bought an afro comb. Today is basically get a whole load of housework done because I like to do it early on in the week so I don't have so much to do towards the end of the week, because you know I like to kind of gut the house once a week. I'm going to just roast, just got some chicken thighs here, so just roast chicken thighs for dinner, maybe some roast potatoes and carrots as well. That'll be nice for Monday's dinner. So yeah, last night was a good night. Wasn't really, it was a lunchtime thing, so we kind of finished up around about 5 o'clock because that was kind of when the table was booked, we were told that they wanted the table back. I don't know where I left off because my battery died, because you know, like I've said before, oh my hair is so mad. But like I've said before, you need a second battery with this Canon G7X. As wonderful as this camera is, you need a second battery. Right, I decided I would do a tag video. Dressed like this, why not indeed? So I was tagged by Amy Elizabeth, my good friend Amy Elizabeth. Hi Amy! The tag is, I've got my iPad sitting here in front of me. It's called Crushing on Myself tag. So it's basically questions about one's self. And the tag was started by the Style Synonym, synonym, one of those words that are hard to say. First question is, what is your favourite physical feature and how do you showcase it? What is my favourite physical feature? Now, I think I'm kind of alright all over, if I had to be honest. Look, I'm 52, I'm confident in my own body, I work out all the time. I'm the heaviest I've ever been at the moment. People keep telling me it's muscle, but I've always worked out, I've always had muscle. But basically, I'm very confident in my whole self, really. I think I've got an alright shape, I've got hips. I've quite often, I have gone through phases, if I had to be honest, of wanting the old bosom, you know, maybe slightly bigger, but hey ho, who could be bothered putting themselves through an operation just to get bigger boobs? I'm fine. They did the job, you know. 3 boys, were well nourished. So this is gonna be too much information. So yeah, I don't have a favourite part. I'm very toned, my arms are toned, my legs are very toned, some may say overly toned. I work hard at the gym, as you all probably know. So I like my shape. I think I've got a good shape. What is an item you wear that makes you feel very confident? Well, if something doesn't make me feel confident, if I don't feel good in it, I won't wear it. So anything that I wear is all about making me feel confident. So one, I do, hey, see when I carry a Chanel bag, that's special. That is really special. So yeah, clothes, I mean, I'm not going to put something on that doesn't make me feel good, but carrying a Chanel bag is special. What is a favourite compliment you've gotten about your appearance? It's not so much about my appearance, but I do love it. Quite often my eldest son and I were mistaken for brother and sister, and as much as I loved it, he hated it. It's happened actually with the 3 boys. Even recently, it's happened a couple of times with my youngest. Not so often, my eldest especially. And so I love it when people are quite surprised that I'm their mum. Also, I love it when people think I'm my grandchildren's mother as opposed to their grandmother. Quite often I've been out and I've been approached by people assuming that I'm the mother. So yeah, that to me, that is the greatest of all compliments. What is something you love to wear that other people do not like? Wee story. Years and years and years ago, I put on a pair of fishnet tights. I quite often wore fishnet tights. I would still wear fishnet tights, quite often wore them to work. So black fishnet tights. And the first time my son, my eldest son, had seen me getting ready for work and I put on these fishnet, and he looked at me, Mum, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to work. No, with those tights, you're not going there, mate. And I'm going, he says, no with those tights, no with those stockings, you're not going. I says, why not? And Mum, do you know what type of women wear those stockings? And I'm like, right son, get over it. So of course I went to work wearing fishnet tights. There was one time my middle son, I went to work and I was wearing a blouse, and it was a lacy blouse. I didn't wear like a vest top underneath it, so, and I walked into work and he went, what the hell are you wearing? And I'm like, my blouse. He was like, that is so embarrassing, go home and get changed, and he moaned at me that much. I actually went home and got changed. That's my son. That was son number 2. Son number 3, in fact, yesterday when I was going out, I said to my son, how do I look? He said, nice dress, Mum. And I went, and? He went, it's just those long boots. I said, what's wrong with the long boots? And he went, it's just the long boots. And I, do they not look nice with the dress? But no, it's just the long boots. And I went, get over it, son. They're fine. So, yeah. So you know what he associated with the long boots? I think it's more because it's their mum wearing long boots and fishnet tights and a see-through blouse. You know, it's okay for everybody else, but when it's their mum, it's kind of, but well, they'll get over it. There you go. That's the answer to that question. What fashion faux pas do you commit freely and happily? I mix gold. I mix gold with silver. It doesn't bother me at all. I mean, I've now got my Cartier bangle, which I never take off. So if my accessories are silver, I add a silver bangle, like a silver Hermes bangle next to my gold Cartier. Not a problem. And again, my watch is gold and silver, so that's one. I mix my metals. Mix my metals is what I'm looking for. What colour do you like against your skin? What colour do I like against my skin? I think yellow. Certain yellows, I do suit a yellow. It's the usual. White. I like purple. Yeah, I don't know. It depends the tone of the colour, and so I like corals as well. So those sort of colours, bright colours. Share a photo in which you feel fabulous and tell us why. Now, this is a difficult one because I went through my photos in my phone, and every photo that put a smile on me, it was one with my grandchildren. So, quite difficult to choose a photo. Now, I could, you know, bring up a photo like this, which is, I don't know if that's going to focus. That is me and my daughter-in-law on her wedding day. So I think I look pretty good in that. But you know, I've got lots of photos that I look alright. You know, when we're dressed up and we make an effort, we look good. You know, there's that one. Oh. There's that one, my other son's wedding, my middle son's wedding. There you go. I looked fabulous then as well. Oh, there's my phone. Hello. Regarding. Right, and what does that mean? Right, okay. Not something I want to think about this time of year, you know, funerals and all of that carry on. Okay then, not something I'm concerned about at the moment. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Funeral planning, dearie me. Right. So, where was I? I can't remember now. What colours? You know, I've done that. Share a photo. Right, okay, I was doing the photographs. That's what I was doing. So, yeah, like I said, that was my middle son's wedding. So, I kind of look pretty fabulous. at both the weddings. Of course, you know, we had makeup artists and all of that, but I think I look the best. Look at this. See, when I'm with my grandchildren here, is this going to focus? Look at this. There, I think these are the most amazing photographs and look absolutely fabulous. And look at this. My grandchildren, my grandson and I. Now, couldn't be more fabulous than that. And I feel fabulous when I'm with my grandchildren and my children, and so on and so forth. What I will share with you is, on this video, a wee story. That red dress you saw me wearing, just if I can get it back up, photos. I wore a long red dress to my son's wedding. I'll kind of zoom in, and as you can see in that dress there, I'm wearing a flower right there. Now that flower wasn't supposed to be part of the outfit. This flower was made by me on the day by my daughter-in-law's mum. If you look closely, you can see there's a stain right there underneath the flower. Now let me tell you what happened to me on the morning of my son's wedding. Now we have a blessing in the house, so where the groom is dressed by his brothers, the parents bless, you know, the groom, and so on and so forth. So it's a pre-blessing in the house, and friends gather, his friends, whoever wants to be there apparently. So we've got the videographer there, we're doing the blessing, we have a house full. Just before the wedding, I'm all dressed up in my long red dress, my hair, everything, you know, I'm ready to go to the wedding, and we're doing this blessing. And I've got my grandson, he was a page boy. My daughter-in-law Kelly, she was a bridesmaid. It was Ruth's wedding, Ruth and George's wedding. Kelly was a bridesmaid, so she wasn't here. So I had my grandson running around here, and we were warned he wasn't allowed to eat anything. He wasn't, because he was in his kilt and everything looked absolutely beautiful. And I might add photographs actually of him in his kilt. I might add a couple of the wedding photographs at the end of this video, we'll see. So the blessing's going on, and I'd been lifting and I was in my dress, and I was kind of lifting my grandson up and holding him up against me. So when I got dressed in the morning, you know, I bought my new underwear to go under the dress, and then when I put on my bra, I felt it needed a wee bit more oomph. So I grabbed a couple of gels that I had in the drawer and put them in the bra just to give me a little more oomph. And going back to the boob job, isn't it? So anyway, so my grandson's running around, I'm lifting him and so on and so forth. And then during the blessing, somebody turned around and said, I think it was one of the boys, "Mum, you've got a stain on your dress, Mum." And I looked around, it was a tiny wee shrimp, going, oh God, like this. And the blessing, and you know, I didn't want to go away, you know, we had this blessing, and I just thought, oh, I'll deal with it in a minute. It wasn't that big, but this stain began to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm like, what the hell? I said, oh, it must have been a bit of water or something when I was lifting my grandson up. So everybody left, and I went upstairs and got the hairdryer. I thought I'd just blast it with the hairdryer, hoping it'll go away. Started blasting the stain with the hairdryer, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So my son came in, "Mum, the cars are waiting, we need to hurry up." And I'm going, look at this stain, how can I go anywhere? Look at it like this. It's getting bigger. And then my husband's there, and I looked round at Rico, and I said, what am I going to do? What, Rico, what am I going to do? And he looked at me, and I could see in his face, this was bad. And he just looked at me and he went, I don't know, Andre. He just looked, and I, oh my, and I could see the stress on my son's face because all the cars were waiting for us outside. We needed to get the groom there basically. We were travelling with the groom. And I'm like, what am I going to do? What? And I said, what it's the dress. It's not as if I can pull a dress out of my wardrobe for my son's wedding. What? And this stain was about this size now. And then it literally dawned on me what it was. The gel inside the bra had burst. And I mean, and as I stood there, I just went, woof, pulled it down. It was soaking. So of course, the more I was putting the heat on it, the more gel was coming out, the more it was melting, and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? And I whooped the bra off. The bra was ruined at this stage, and so of course the bra that I'd bought to go with the dress and didn't matter, and I thought, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And then my daughter-in-law's mum is excellent. She did all the flowers for the wedding. So I just shouted, somebody tell Ruth's mum to make me a flower for the dress. You know, I was wearing a flower in my hair, so I really didn't want another flower, but what choice did I have? So she came up with that flower. She quickly made it up, and they were in their house, they phoned her, you have to make a flower for Andrew, so all of this was going on, and her photographer was going, we've no time to make flowers, we need to get going. So she was out in the garden trying to find flowers to match the dress, and she's pulling flowers off some of the flowers that she'd been arranging. What a carry on. What a carry on. That was the story of the morning, you know, of the wedding. But you know what? By the end of the night, it didn't really matter. So I'm going to tag some ladies. I'm going to tag Snape HBP, and I haven't seen a video from Sam for ages and ages, and Sam, you are missed. Luxtopia, Dion Ward, Just Jennifer, Lady B, Life Plasty, Chateau Chic. I look forward to your videos, ladies.